There are hundreds of other stories I could tell about this silly bird. One day I saw Huey out at the cliffs. Something brought back memories of forgotten questions. The 2,700-year-old writings of Isaiah piqued my curiosity. In chapter 11 it says, "The wolf shall dwell with the lamb, and the leopard shall lie down with the kid, and the calf and the young lion and the fatling together, and a little child shall lead them." What? I reviewed my questions to God concerning the animals. What were the animals like before the flood? What changed it? What will they be like in the future? What were the animals like before the flood? Let's look. And God said, "Behold, I have given you every herb-bearing seed, and every tree, the fruit of a yielding seed. To you it shall be for meat, and to every beast of the earth, and to every fowl of the air, and to everything that creepeth upon the earth, wherein there is life, I have given you every green herb for meat." And it was so. And God saw everything he had made, and behold, it was very good. And the evening and the morning were the sixth day. Genesis 1:28-30. This verse tells us everything ate fruits and vegetables and seeds. That would mean that nothing that understood it was alive died to feed something else. So there was no need to fear. Animals wouldn't fear man because man didn't look at the animals for food. And animals didn't look to each other as food. There was nothing to fear from each other. So what changed it? And God blessed Noah and his sons, and said, "The fear of you and the dread of you shall be upon every beast of the earth, and upon every fowl of the air, upon all that moveth on the earth, and upon all the fishes of the sea. Into your hand are they delivered. Every moving thing that liveth shall be meat for you, even as the green herb I have given you all things." Genesis 9:1-4. Wow, that would do it. After the flood, we were told to eat everything, and that everything will dread us. Just as we had to teach Huey to fear to survive, the animals must have had to have learned fear to survive themselves. The cause of all this begins in Genesis 3, where man chooses to do things his way instead of trusting God. All of creation suffers, and the animals' fear for us is just one of the examples of our selfish choice. But the good news is, God says it doesn't end there. So what will it be like in the future? Well, here we go back to Isaiah. "The wolf shall dwell with the lamb, and the leopard shall lie down with the kid, and the calf and the young lion and the fatling together, and a little child shall lead them. And the cow and the bear shall feed, their young ones shall lie down together, and the lion shall eat straw like an ox, and the suckling child shall play on the hole of the asp, and the weaned child shall put his hand in the cockatrice's den. They shall not hurt nor destroy in all my holy mountain, for the earth shall be full of the knowledge of the Lord, as the waters cover the sea. And in that day there shall be a root of Jesse." Isaiah 11:6-11. What this is saying is that when Jesus, who is the root of Jesse, comes again, God says all animals, even the predators, will be vegetarian again. Kids will lead them. Babies will play with poisonous snakes. Fear and death itself are defeated and no more. So in my quiet time at the cliffs, my answers came. What were the animals like before the flood? They were like Huey, fun, entertaining, and loving. We actually had to teach Huey to fear. What changed it? Man's selfish ways. The animals became like Bob, the crow, hateful and full of fear. What will it be like in the future? God says because Jesus died for our sin, man will enjoy all the animals the way he created it to be. This is the great promise of the future. So what now? Simple. Just read your Bible and learn about Jesus, the man who made the wildest claims. During his life, he performed miracles. He healed. He raised the dead, made the blind to see. And guess what? I think he still does, because God opened my eyes through two wild animals, Bob and Huey. Huey wanted a relationship with me, and I learned how we can have a similar relationship with God through Jesus. It begins with opening your heart and believing you can. Jesus said, "Love the Lord thy God with all thy heart and all thy soul. Love your neighbor as yourself. Do this, and you will have kept all the commandments." Basically, this sums up the message of the entire Bible. This is what following Jesus is really all about. When you put God and His love first, you will find that you are free to live life to the fullest, the way God created you to. Get out there. Learn to talk to God. Read His Word. Take time to listen. And then, like this story, the Bible comes alive. You might be able to tell from my story, ravens have become kind of special to me. In a sense, they kind of join the rainbow and the cross as a constant reminder of God's love. In Luke chapter 12, Jesus asks us to consider the ravens, for they neither sow nor reap, and God feedeth them. How much more are you better than the fowls? Fear not, little flock, for this is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. As you saw, Bob and Huey helped me to understand a little bit more about God's love and His marvelous plan for the future. And the raven says, with Jesus you live forevermore. For in God's kingdom there is no end. Jesus promises when He returns, it won't be the end. It's just the beginning. God promises us life and beauty. The way He originally created it will be returned to the earth one day. For God so loved the world, He gave His Son to die so we could live.